Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll be able to help fix your life. But I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. He's broke, but so's my back after every time we get done doing it. I'm addicted. Mike, why do broke men have the best sex? How the hell would I know? I don't sleep with no broke men. Only the rich ones. That was a joke. I met this dude at the club and he appeared to be well put together. Dressed nice, haircut, smelled good, the whole nine. My boy threw on that cologne and had your kitty in a headlock. Well, long story short, he was wearing his friend's clothes and jewelry. Nah, you rocking your man's Van Cleef to the club is nasty work. He tricked me into thinking he had his shit together. What it sounds like is you saw glitter and thought it was gold. Stay alert, stay alive. He don't have a job or a car and he lives in his grandma's basement. The basement warrior bandit then cracked your cervix on a full-size futon pullout. Disgusting. But he knocks the bottom out of me every time we do it and I'm addicted to his broke ass. He always needs to hold a couple dollars or use my car, etc., etc. Bet you let him every time too, huh? It turns me off so much. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. And every time I try to cut him off, he just pops up and we have sex and I'm sprung all over again. Like I can't even control my body when I'm with him. Mike, my legs be shaking like crazy. You thought you was gonna throw that wham in a circle and he beat cheeks into oblivion. Now you're addicted. I be telling him I love him while we do it, but as soon as I come to my senses, I be like, man, this dude is a bum and I deserve better. Mike, how do I escape him? He didn't make you appear like he had his shit together. You thought he had his shit together because of what he looked like. See, y'all always be chasing the runner and never the boss. Y'all be thinking people be having it together just because of what they got on. That's all a facade. It's easy to make $100 look like $1,000 if you got swag, you know what I'm saying? If you got that Riz, what the youngins is calling it, Riz, AKA charisma. I refuse to call it that because I'm not a YN. I'm an unk now, I'm OG. So if he got charisma, he could put something on and make you look like he living a life. I could go outside right now, lean up on somebody's Bentley in Beverly Hills, take a picture and caption it, "Life's been good lately." And people were like, yo, he out there eating. I can make anything look like that. I never said that was my car. Did I imply it? Maybe. But I never said it was mine. But people would see that and they make their own assumptions. You saw him in there, smelled good, probably had his man's fragrances on, doing some Bond number 9 or something like that. Got a fresh cut, he probably keep a cut, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got no real bills, live with Nana in them, you know what I'm saying? Had his man's fit on, yo, let me hold them Pradas. All right, bro, we the same size, Paul. That was crazy. That actually was crazy. Threw his man's fit on, you was like, look at homie right there. All on him, he done knocked your back loose, now you hooked. You like a meth addict, you can't get clean, you need to go to the methadone clinic to break free of the chains of the sex god. Because he's laying into you all crazy. And you just can't escape it, you know what I'm saying? So, here's the thing. What you need to do is help him level up. If you got it together so much and he's doing something to you that you've probably never had done before, say you can't even control your body, then why don't you help him level up? Why don't you empower him? Why don't you encourage him? Say, yo, why don't you do this? You know, do that. Now, if he's just a straight bum, you just might be in a pickle. You might just have to just get piped and then wait till you meet somebody else who, you know what I'm saying, can fulfill both, you know, voids. Financially do well and could, you know what I'm saying, crack your back. But until then, you're stuck. Because you already said every time you try to cut him off, he just pops up. How's he getting there? You let a man catch a bus or Uber to your crib, slash you, and then get you back to talking about you love him. Nah, you don't love him. You love what he does to your body. And here's a no shade to anybody. Statistically, I've heard a high percentage of women say that they very rarely, if ever, have the big O when dealing with a man. Like most men don't understand their bodies, whatever the case may be. And y'all don't make it no better because y'all be using them toys that they got a diesel engine in them. Sound like a barbershop in your room. So men can't compete with that. So you done burnt out your nervous system down there. The nerves is shot. So then when homie cuz go to hit something, it's like, this is boring. You know what I'm saying? So you need something more. So a lot of women ain't even getting the satisfaction from sex with a man like they would like because of so many other factors. So when you get a dude like that, you like, I ain't letting him go. He broke, but damn. So guess what? If you already got the one aspect that's really hard to get, help him become a better version of himself, and y'all might be super dope together. But if you just go ahead and ick every time you think he's broke, as soon as you calm down off your high horse, you like, yeah, get out of my bed, scrub. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna conflict you moving forward in a relationship. Because guess what? As soon as that wears off, you're gonna look at him with resent. And eventually you might say something crazy to him. And he's probably already insecure about that. He probably know the only thing he got going for him is the thing between his legs. So pause, just in case. So he knows that. So if you take a shot at his ego, like, yo, you broke, or you say anything like that, I don't know. I'm not saying it's right. We don't condone domestic violence over here at Mike Murphy TV. I'm just saying stay alert, stay alive. He might, because he don't want to be talked to like that. And eventually you're going to say something like that because you're going to get fed up. You're going to tired of letting him use your whip, giving him a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to say something. Your friends is going to start gassing you. Girl, why you be doing that? He's a bum, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then as soon as you get hyped up by that and they done put the battery in your back, gassed you, you're going to come to the spot. Yeah, so I was just saying, like, I'm sick of you. You need to do da-da-da-da-da-da. And he going, don't ever play with me like that, Juanita. He going to do you like Lorenz Tate did in Dead Presidents. Grip Juanita up in the hallway. That's how you going to get done if you talk crazy to him. So either help him level up or just cut him off or be okay with what y'all got. Just be like, yo, we're not going to be together, but you can come through and, you know what I'm saying, crack my back. He might be like, hey, cool. No pressure on me. That's just my advice to you. I hope everything works out. But in the meantime, stay alert, stay alive. She kept curving me. Then after she had 2 kids, all of a sudden it was, hey, big head. Mike, should I have taken a high road on the situation or not? When they go low, we go to hell, or whatever Michelle Obama said. There was a girl I really liked in high school, right? But she was super popular, top 3 prettiest girls in school. What's her Instagram? Nah, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. And I wasn't confident enough to dare approach her, let alone try to talk to her. So fast forward to 2011 or 2012, I ran into her again because we have similar friends. I bet you did, you stalker. I kept flirting and trying to get her number, and she pretty much just kept curving me. So you wasn't good enough in school or as an adult? Nah, that's nasty work, my man. Well, long story short, she ends up with 2 kids by 2 different dudes, and now she's just a baby mama. Never mind on the Instagram, the market research is over with. Me, on the other hand, I'm very successful as well as very popular in my city. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. She been flirting here and there, and then she hits me with the, you know I always liked you, but the timing was just bad line. Nah, she said, nah, I got these 2 kids. You just might be my type, stepdad. So I told her straight up, man, you're full of shit. You want me to rescue you now after all those deadbeat dudes did you dirty. I'll never give you a washed up ass the time or day. Stay very alert or you definitely won't be staying alive. She cussed me out and called me sassy and said that's exactly why she never talked to me before, which just proves that what I was saying was right all along. Should I have handled that better, bro, or did she need to hear the harsh truth? Come on, bro, you fumbled it. You was not supposed to show your hand like that. You was moving off emotions. Hey, big head hit you with the, you know, I always liked you. Instead of you being like, I'll never give you the time of day and just start bugging out on you, you should have been like, see, I knew you was feeling me. It's just going to take you a little time to come around. Let's do lunch or dinner this weekend. What's up with you, man? Like, shoot me your number, whatever, right? Play right into a little trap, manipulate her, trash the box, and then you dine and dash. You don't call her no more. You know what I'm saying? Or when they hit you, just be like, you know what? I thought about it. I don't really see myself dating a woman with 2 kids by 2 different dudes. Maybe you should try to rekindle, you know what I'm saying, one of them relationships. I mean, I appreciate the snatch though, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. It was, I see why you got the kids. That joint is fire, but that ain't for me, you know what I'm saying? You got to play her back. Instead, you moved off emotions and you snapped on her. She's like, oh, you sassy. Here's the problem with that too. You allowed to feel that way, right? Because I'd have been like, bro, you got me twisted. You think I'm about to spin the block on you after you curved me, got knocked by mad deadbeat dads, and now I'm supposed to come in and nah, you're cooked. That's not happening, you know what I'm saying? So you did the right thing, but the way you expressed it was a little, you know what I'm saying? That was the sassy part. That was the feminine part. Because as men, we supposed to stay stoic, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say I've always done that. I made mistakes. This is why I can give you the advice, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tell you sell drugs. Hove did that. So hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like I made these mistakes and learned from them. So I'm going to give you the game. You should have just been like, even if you didn't want to even get a little taste of the treat, if you just didn't want to have nothing to do with her at all, in no way, shape, or form, you should have been like, hey, you know what? Maybe this is bad timing too. I just don't think it's gonna work out. Or, no, I appreciate that. Beautiful young lady. I'm just not really interested right now. But you know, it's good to know that you like me. I appreciate that. Something like that. You gotta play it cool. So now she can't say nothing. Because now her feelings is hurt, but she just gotta deal with them by herself. She gotta go tell her friend, guess what? I was trying to get with Keith. I hit him up, like, oh, you know, I liked you, hey, big head, all that. And he was not with it. He was like, oh, appreciate it. I'm good right now. I'll decline. Whatever you said, however you said it, you know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have been able to attack you because you didn't give her no opening. But the way you responded, I ain't gonna lie, you sound like a broad. You know what I'm saying? You sound like you was running off of, you know what I'm saying, 93 octane emotion. Just one in their full speed. I'll never give you a wash ass time of day. She's like, wow. So now she already know that she hurt you back in the day by curving you. And here's the crazy thing. Luckily for you, she don't even know that you was lacked so much self-esteem and confidence back in high school that you was even scared to approach her. Because if she find that out, oh, she could have probably really, really got you. You know what I'm saying? And so here's the thing too. I always say that like money don't unlame somebody. Now I don't know you personally. I'm not saying you a lame, but you said like, now I got money, I'm successful, and I'm popular in the city. Well, you got to ask yourself a couple things. And let's take her out of the equation. This is just me talking to you. Why are you popular? You're successful for whatever reason. Salute to you for that. You run a business, whatever you got going on, you're successful. That's good. That's on you. But why are you popular? Because if you're only popular because people want to be around you because of what they can gain from you, like using you, like, oh yeah, he paid for all the dinners when we go out, he buy all the drinks, then people like being around you. You're not really popular. You're just a victim. So maybe, and I ain't saying this is you, bro. I'm not saying this is you, but it could be. Because of the way you responded, it's kind of giving me a little bit of like, you got some money now, so you think you big shit, but you really low key at heart still a cornball. You know what I'm saying? And so now you using the money and the success and this fake popularity as putting you on a hierarchy, like you're better than certain people. Because the reality is, and again, I could be wrong, but I'm just picking up on what you're putting down. Pause. Is that if you meet someone else who was already wildly popular before they had money and they are equally as successful as you, you'll clearly see the difference in the love that they receive compared to the love you receive from people. That will be more genuine. Your love will always be predicated on what you can or can't do for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to test it out, start telling certain people no, or you go out, but like, I ain't paying for the whole dinner or whatever, and then see how many people think you're popular then. Now, if you still the man and you've been the man and then you just, you know what I mean, maybe in high school you just ain't find yourself yet, then you graduated and got into your groove, that'll salute you then. But just the way you responded, that's not like a confident person. That's like a hurt person looking to right all the wrongs people did to you, you know, whatever. Whatever it is, you looking for a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who did you wrong, you want to prove them, you know what I mean, put them in a place. A person who's confident, secure, and all that don't need to do that. They just been like, no, I'm cool, sweetie. You take care, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy your day, babe. And that'd have been it. You didn't do that. You went off. So I ain't saying you should have took a different road, but you should have definitely made that choice. You should have packaged that choice differently. That's my advice to you. Much success to you though, you know what I'm saying? Stay alert, stay alive. I'm thinking about snitching on my coworker because she contaminated somebody's drink. Mike, should I report my coworker for contaminating a customer's food? Damn, you snitching at the workplace? Sammy the Bull? We work at a diner together, and I'm a dishwasher / busboy, and she's a waitress. What's her Instagram? Nah, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. We were working together on a busy Saturday night, and the customer had an attitude and kept complaining about his order. I'm never talking crazy to the people handling my food. That's rule number 1. She was already stressed out and under a lot of pressure due to call-offs and us being short-staffed. Tell her I could probably help her relieve some of that pressure if she wants. So she finally had enough and told me that she stuck her finger inside of you-know-what while she was on her period and stuck her finger in his drink. Oh, bruh. I almost threw up hearing that. Like this video if you think she's trifling as shit. Now I know customers could be rude and over the top, but I think she crossed a serious line. She would have been in a chalk line if she did that to me. And I wish she wouldn't have told me that because now I feel obligated to report her to the manager. But she also has kids to feed, and I don't want them to suffer because she lost her job. Not gonna lie, would have told on her faster than Frank Lucas. Plus, I don't want to be labeled as a snitch at work. Please help. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck. You got a good heart and you care about them kids and all that, I would have told on her ass. Ain't no way in hell you gonna come up to me and be like, yeah, guess what I did? You know, Bill at table 6, I dug my fingers down in my, you know what I mean? And put the marinara all around the rim of his glass. Let's see how he likes that. I'm telling. Because any kind of person that's willing to do that because a customer is cranky or complaining, especially when you work as a waitress, you deal with at least one bad customer every hour. That's just statistically, that got to be the facts. Because I see how people talk on social media and real life, all kind of situations. I know as a waitress on an 8-9 hour shift, you're averaging one customer that you don't like per hour. So the fact that that dude was complaining about his meal, you went to the back and then smeared the juice all around the rim like it was a margarita. Nah, I don't know what you're willing to do to anybody. Man, you might be working. I might have splashed you with a little bit of the dishwater on accident. You like, oh, that's cool. Hey, yo, shorty, you grab me a Mountain Dew, man, I'm busy. Okay, cool. And you do something to me like that. You don't deserve to have a job. Not that kind of job. You need to go work at Home Depot. Go cut lumber or something. Go in the back and stock shelves. You don't want to be around nobody's. You failed the safe serve course. Because the fact that you stuck your finger into that bloody box, dipped it into the drink and gave it to son, and then decided you was going to tell somebody else means you are on demon. You need to be euthanized. I'm going to tell you right now, you need to be on 2 different government watch lists, and you need to have your poster hung up at all fast food restaurants and diners like do not hire. You know what I'm saying? Indeed need to put out a disclaimer saying, yeah, shorty right here, yeah, she be dipping the rag water in people's drinks. It's nasty for her. Don't give her the job. Permanent ban on the resume because that's sickening. I almost threw up when you told me this story. This is crazy. My thing is this. What in the world would make her tell you that? Why didn't she just keep it to herself? That's illegal. That's a biohazard. That's a felony. It gotta be. That's a felony probably in all 50 states and DC. It gotta be. I'm telling you, there's no way you can go around bloody box stirring the drink. Here, hope you like it. The ice is light, just like you said. Nah, I'm snitching. I don't play about that food. Look, there's certain things that I'm okay with and not okay with. Like, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but I know white boys play jokes differently than black dudes and Mexicans and every other race. White dudes cross the line. We be like, here's the line right here. They somersault over that joint. You pass out, you was drinking, they'll put their balls on your face. You're like, oh, fam, if you do that, when I wake up, guess what? 187. Now I got to get bailed out. I better call Saul because if you ever put your genitalia on my mug while I'm asleep, it's going to be hardware being discharged in the premises. So I don't even know what color this waitress is, but it sounds like she not, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I ain't going to say that because that's not even a prank. That's just disgusting. She could be black, white, Mexican. I don't know what she is, but I know she's trifling. And I would tell on her ass. I would go right to the manager. Hey, Dave, check it out. Yeah, you know, Keisha, you know, Karen. You know, Isabel, yeah, she dipped the joint in there. Homie was complaining. I mean, I knew he was complaining. I busted table 8 next to them. I heard him talking crazy to her, saying that the fish wasn't right. She came back in like, yeah, I got something for you. Came to me and told me. She did what? Yeah, she told me, bro. Don't involve me, but I'm saying, but get her out of there. Send her home for the day. Tell her we short, you know what I'm saying? We don't need you. Oh, it's already short staffed. Yeah, it's about to be even shorter. Because you're up out of there, you know what I'm saying? Then call the authorities. Get the kids taken away. No, don't do that. I'm going a little bit far. I'm getting vexed though thinking about it. Because if that happened to me, I definitely got to go in there and just, what's wrong with you, shorty? You did that to me? Nah, I'm doing it. They say, yo, there's no excuse for a man to put his hand on his woman. They don't know about that. They don't know that. So yes, I would tell. I don't care if that happened a week, a month ago. I would tell. And then tell the boss, if he said, why didn't you tell me sooner? But like, man, I was torn. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was the right thing to do. But my conscience wouldn't let me sleep at night, so I'm coming to you now. Balls in your court, boss. I'm going back to bust the tables. That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment and let me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure to read it in the future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.